Hello, Kartik. I'll work through this question for you. I'm surprised it's only 2 marks. Maybe I'm missing a quick way to do it because the way that I see to do it is just to calculate the actual yield and see if it's more or less than 80%, and then that will determine whether the student's correct or not. Anyway, in the absence of a quick way of doing it, let's do it the long way. So you're going to need to know the MR of maleic acid because you need the moles, right? We need the moles of this so that we can work out the moles of that you could make if 100% yield, and then you work out the grams of that. And then we can work out the yield. So MR of maleic acid, MR, let's call maleic acid MA. That's going to be, so you're looking at this one now. So we've got 4 oxygens, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be 4 times 16. All right, let's count the carbons now. So we've got 1 carbon, 2 carbons, 3 carbons, 4 carbons. So that's 4 times 12. And let's count the hydrogens. All right, there's 1, there's 2. There's not going to be a hydrogen on this carbon because see it's got already 4 bonds. There is going to be a hydrogen on that carbon because it's only got 3. Likewise with this one. And this one's already got 4 bonds, so no hydrogens there. So that's 4 hydrogens. So plus 4 times 1. So that equals 4 16s, 64, 4 12s, 48. And so that's 116. So we've got MR of MA at 116. So that enables us to work out the moles of maleic acid. All right, so moles is just mass over MR, of course. So mass we get from the question, 10. Let's put the 0.0 in there as well, divided by 116. You could work that out as a decimal. I'm going to leave it just now. You'll see why in a minute. They tend to, if you can do all your calculations all in one go, then you're less liable to make rounding errors. So that's moles of maleic acid. Now you can see from the question that 1 mole of maleic acid makes 1 mole of this organic product. We're not told the name, so let's just call it organic product. So moles of OP, all right, for 100% yield, according to the balanced equation, it's going to be the same, right? So let's leave that as 10 over 116 as well. And therefore, the mass of our organic product is going to be the moles, which is what we've just got. So let's write that out, 10 over 116 times the MR of the organic product. Now we could do all that counting business again, or you could notice that it's because there's only one reactant, and you probably know from memory that the MR of water is 18. So you could just take 18 off the MR of the maleic acid. So that'd be 98. Like so. So that would give us the maximum yield in grams. So the actual yield in grams. So the yield is the actual mass. Actual mass is the 6.53. 6.53 divided by our theoretical mass, or maximum mass, which is this one here. So we could divide that by 10, and then do a bit of maths on this. So that was times 116 over 98. And that comes out, right, once you're going to times that by 100, so that comes out at 77%, all right, which is less than 80%. All right, so is the student correct? No. Justify, why? Because the yield is actually 77%. So hopefully that's helped on this one. It seems like a lot of work for 2 marks, but that sometimes happens.